Today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, the leader in below-the-waist grooming. This holiday season, gift yourself the ultimate man's hygiene bundle, the Performance Package 4.0. Inside, you're going to find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag. With just this one package, you can align your entire hygiene routine. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is my favorite. It features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave, plus it's waterproof. Go to manscaped.com/Chael. That's going to save you 20% and get you free shipping. That's manscaped.com/Chael for 20% plus free shipping. And be thankful this holiday season for the best gift of all from Manscaped. Paddy the Baddy, looking into the future, what do you see? I mean, if anybody's in a really good spot, right, we got a number of guys whose career and positions and potential opportunities that you could really envy. I think that Paddy's in one of those spots. Guys, I went through some numbers this morning. A little surprised at what I found. First off, Paddy the Baddy, new kid on the block. Isn't so young. I did not realize that. Paddy the Baddy's a number of weeks and or months away from being 28 years old. 28 years old in the world of sport. Now, the world has greatly changed, and we could thank guys like Brett Favre and Randy Couture for that. We could even go back and thank Dara Torres. I mean, right, the world of sport, you're now peaking by the numbers later. I was growing up, and that wasn't that long ago. There wasn't an athlete out there that's 28 years old. John Smith, the greatest wrestler ever, who had a very long and illustrious career, retired 27. Tom Brands, same thing. Chael Sanderson, same thing. I mean, we just didn't have these athletes, not at that age. And if you were there and you could find a way and you could hang on, it's because you proved yourself and somebody was going to let you run that course. You weren't getting signed. The NFL never signed a 28-year-old. Never brought him into spring training because they heard good things and gave him a shot. It simply didn't happen. So I just remind you, I was a little surprised. I did not realize that he was at that point. I mean, you got to get moving. You have got to get going. This has got to get done. Okay, fine. Looks like he's on a pretty good trajectory. He's not ranked. And they go to 15. I like the idea of spreading some opportunities. I like the idea of spreading some shine around. 15's a lot of numbers. I mean, they used to do 10. It should be 10. They should have stopped at 10. They go 50. He's not ranked in any of them. So as I fast forward, when you're 28 years old, in this sport at that division, which is lightweight, which is so colossally deep and difficult, a year from now, boy, that's a hard spot to think of. I mean, where would he be? Somebody with that kind of hype, somebody with that kind of appeal, somebody who's completely undefeated, doesn't matter if he's only had a handful of fights, that's somebody you'd be thinking of is going to fight for a world title. Hey, where's he going to be in a year? It's going to be a world championship match. Okay, is he going to be the champion? I mean, that's usually the debate that you'd be having. Is he good enough to be the champion? We're pretty darn sure he's going to get the opportunity within a year. You're not even ranked in the top 15. It's not very likely you're going to get that opportunity within a year. Before you tell me a year isn't a long time, yeah, it is, guys. Yeah, 28 years old in sport, yeah, it's a long time. 3 fights, which means they've all got to go your way in the toughest division, toughest that it's ever been. Within the sport, not just the organization, right? That's a lot of wins, and that's a long time. Go 12 months undefeated, spread over 3 fights on 155 pounds. I'm not throwing some numbers at you, but they matter because there's another number, top 15. He's not in them. Well, where is he? Is he 16? The honorable mention? They got him all the way at 25, 30. He's not even going to be on the list with a couple more wins. Can he break into the list with how to win that's over somebody that's already on the list? Because, I mean, that's a whole nother level of prediction. Are you predicting that he's finally going to get one of these names? Because he's not calling for them. I used to think this was a mistake by Paddy. And generally, by the book, I would be correct. It was a mistake. But Paddy, without being in that top 15, without being a main eventer yet, already went in and renegotiated. He already put the brakes on and said, stop right here. I have exceeded the worth of this contract. Let's talk. And they said, okay. And they did. And he's happy. So why would he be trying to fight harder guys? I know the answer from a personal standpoint. I didn't give a damn about any of that. This was about competition. This is about winning and proving and moving up or not. The cold, hard reality, but I'm going to make sure I get the answer for my career. I understand that. And I don't know that Paddy's not that way. But I don't know that he is. Generally, a guy would be working to move up the card. He's not, but he's also in a unique spot. He's never been a main event, but he is the most popular guy on the card. Interesting. Not generally how it works. He doesn't have a ranking anywhere all the way to 15. Boy, that's a lot of people. I mean, they really shouldn't be doing 15. And I like the idea of spreading around. It's just too many people. What difference does it make if you're number 12? Right? I mean, you understand it's... And he still doesn't have one. Generally, guys would be calling guys out. They'd be negotiating their career. They'd be plotting strategies to move up those rankings. But they don't just do that for the reasons I stated about competition factors. They do it because they believe once that's done, the value of their contract with the commas and the zeros is going to grow. It's not a terrible theory. Those do generally go hand in hand. He's already got a contract that he's very happy with. It's a different spot. It's unique. So predicting what he's going to do, I think it's a little bit more difficult. Lightweight is in a colossally weird position. Have you thought about lightweight, as coveted as it is, as strong as that is? Has a 145-pounder about to fight for their belt. They have their biggest star, without question, unlicensed, out of the pool, and apparently making a show called Roadhouse. It's an interesting division. It's an interesting time, but I think that it's a fun question. Where do you think Paddy the Baddy will be in a year? I think his skills are great. I thought he looked amazing in his last fight. I'm a little surprised he's not in the top 15. And how much does that matter? I mean, we just saw Sugar Sean move from 10 to 1. So we know that it can happen fast. And we do know at this time last year, Sean wasn't even in the top 15. Not even in the top 15. He is number 1. So we know that it can move fast. Is that what you think is going to happen for Paddy? Now, Sean's trajectory and path was a little bit different in that he took on the former champion and the current number 1 to get the spot. Called for the fight. Worked hard. Maneuvered to find himself there. Paddy's not doing that. Paddy's not calling guys out. For guys that are known to be good on the mic, guys that the audience finds interesting, they have commonalities. You don't have to copy them, but you do need to find the commonalities. Okay, that's the stuff that's got to be done. There's never been a guy as over as Paddy who's never called somebody out. Who hasn't gone out and built a match against a guy. It just never happens. It's a very unique spot. But those numbers are interesting. 28 years old, not in the top 15. I don't have a judgment. If any of this sounded like a negative tone, it sure didn't mean to. It's an observation. Year's going to be here in a snap of a finger. If you were to guess, where's Paddy going to be?